Our battle changed you. For the better. You wear my amulet. Finally, you embrace the truth the Elder Gods deny. The truth I was cast out for speaking.
The truth I embrace, Shinnok, is that mercy is wasted on those who defile Earthrealm. I will destroy our enemies before they destroy us, starting with you.
Oh, Raiden. Not even you can kill an Elder God.
There are fates worse than death. I will deliver you to Liu Kang and your Netherrealm minions. You will serve as warning and an emblem of my wrath.
This was not your destiny, Shinnok. Once again, the Thunder God has upset the balance of history. But know this. The arc of the universe bends to my will. It is only a matter of time.
Mercy is wasted on those who defile Earthrealm.
I'll pick your bones clean. Savagery is no match for skill.
Yet again, Liu Kang, you've chosen the wrong destiny.
I will destroy our enemies before they destroy us.
very excited to show you first look at Mortal Kombat 11. Nobody else has seen this. Today we have 7 characters to show you, some returning, some new. There's far more in this game that we'll be able to show you right here, but we do want to hit on the enhancements from the game, the fighting, and the custom character variations. Garrus is a new fighter in the game, and who has a really cool time control abilities. You know, in NetherRealm games, we really try to add something new. Mortal Kombat X, we introduced a feature called Character Variations. 3 versions of every single character. MK11's expanding on that idea, creating custom character variations the player can actually create themselves. So you notice they're selecting different versions of Scorpion. Some were created by the players, some were created already in the game. Same thing with Baraka.
Tarkatan warriors are legendary.
Then why don't you flee, Earthrealmer?
The Shirai Ryu embrace danger.
Round 1. Fight!
So this is a Mortal Kombat game, so you expect the fighting to be brutal. MK11 sees the return of Baraka, who was a fan favorite from Mortal Kombat 2. So let's see some of the moves he does here. Not to be outdone, Scorpion has a few tricks up his sleeve. Okay, now without getting too technical, we're going to get into some of the geeky fighting game moments out there. Mortal Kombat, traditionally we've had 1 meter that's a shared resource amongst the offense, defense, and the super moves. Mortal Kombat X is separating all 3 of those. So we have a horizontal meter as the offense attacks, vertical meter as the defensive attacks. See, Baraka's going to shooting 2 using his offensive moves. Also can extend this leg stab here into a throw with a also. Scorpion here is going to escape from a knockdown using his defensive meter. And you're going to notice here that the fatal blow that's actually tied to 30% of the health meter. When it's reduced, you get fatal blow available. This adds completely new dynamic and tension to the fighting. Both Baraka and Scorpion have a fatal blow right now. Baraka wins this fight.
Round 2. Fight!
So Scorpion missed his fatal blow attack, but it actually will regenerate after a cooldown period. So you'll notice his fatal blow is established, he can pull it off. And now to be outdone, Baraka now has his fatal blow available. And of course, it wouldn't be Mortal Kombat without fatalities.
Fatality. Baraka wins.
We're going to quickly talk here about, we have custom variations. On this player variation screen, the players can create, modify, and collect multiple versions of every character. There are a ton of features that you can customize from the costume pieces, the intros, the victories, as well as a huge variety of skins here. Every fighter has 3 costume pieces. You see Scorpion, they're changing the mask here, picking a new one. You can actually program these to different attributes. See, we're swapping out the spear, or the katana for a new one. And of course, Scorpion's iconic spear can be swapped out for a new one as well. Now this visual here is going to give you an idea of kind of like the dramatic differences you can have in the different variations of Scorpion here. This is the case with all the fighters, so you're going to know Scorpion and Baraka, all the kind of variations you're going to see, you know, playing people online and whatnot. Our second fight here is Sonya versus Scarlet, who was a returning character from Mortal Kombat 9.
Looking for me, Scarlet? A few pints of blood is all I ask. Trust me, I'm not your type.
Round 1, fight.
Both Sonya and Scarlet return with their classic moves as well as some new ones. Sonya has a bunch of gadgets that she can play with here. While Scarlet has her signature blood attacks. We're going to take a look at some of the nuances we have. We have a new feature called a flawless block. A perfectly timed block will open a window for countering attacks. Watch Scarlet doing a quick hop. You can evade low attacks and also open another window for countering moves. Now notice Sonya's health is reached below 30%. When it reaches there again, you're going to notice a fatal blow is available. That's when you can release a devastating blow. Again, Sonya has her fatal blow ready, so she can release it. So that was enough damage to release fatal blow available for Scarlet, which she'll attack here. Which is enough to win the match, and you might have seen a glimpse of this fatality here.
Fatality. Finish him.
Thunder come lightning.
Do you fear nothing, Garrus?
Nothing within your power, Raiden.
You've been looking for me, Scarlet. Hi. Sonya Blade calling in air support.
Sonya Blade was the first kick-ass girl that I saw come onto the scene, and I've always admired her and admittedly kind of emulated her in, my own way, and now I get to try and be her. The first time I can remember playing Mortal Kombat, my mom was a college professor, and one of her students actually let me play, and I was a complete button masher, but I was Raiden, and I beat him as Raiden, and it was the first time I'd beat an adult in anything. Yeah, I thought it was the absolute coolest. Voicing a character has been really different and really interesting and fun because I don't have to think about how I look and only about how I sound. It almost gives me permission to be as ridiculous as humanly possible because no one's looking and no one's judging, and all that matters is what it sounds like. It feels so good to say. Say it loud, it feels great. Yeah! I've been a fan of Mortal Kombat for almost as long as I can remember. For a little kid, I love me some gore. What drew me to Mortal Kombat, honestly, it was the first game that had real intrigue of just more than, okay, I'm gonna hit this guy, he's gonna hit me, and who wins. It wasn't just who's the better fighter. It was, why is this person mad at that person and this and that. It just drew me in to think about more than just fighting, but the world that they live in. And yeah, it's been a great experience being Sonya Blade.
I think with every Mortal Kombat game that we start, we want to introduce something new, something different.
There's been some advances that have been made, like facial animations and just the quality of the art overall.
We're getting into environments and stuff that we weren't just able to do in the past at this level of fidelity.
One thing we want to do is freshen up the cadence of gameplay and stuff like that, and I think that's something that I think we really nailed with the new Crush and Blow feature. Kind of keeping these explosive, violent moments a little more random and a little more shocking to the player as you watch them.
NetherRealm is becoming known for attention to detail. Our characters are just incredibly realistic.
We have on all of our characters, we have scanned faces, we have fully detailed tiling material system on all of our materials for all of our characters that holds up both in gameplay and both in our cinematic moments.
Kitana, Empress of the Dead.
MK11 picks up where MKX left off. Raiden had become Dark Race. turns out he has disrupted the balance of good and evil in the universe that was desired by Kronika, a new character to the Mortal Kombat universe, who is the keeper of time and the architect of the destiny of the universe.
First boss female character in any Mortal Kombat game, so we're really excited about that.
Now that things have shifted irrevocably to the side of good, and so she has only one solution left, and that is to rewind time back to the beginning and restart it.
One of the interesting aspects of MK11's story with the time folding is that you get to see so many interesting interactions between young and old versions of themselves.
The thought of becoming you sickens me.
We really wanted to focus on customization this time around. There's this collection component of like you can collect all these different augments, you get to apply those things to gear, and you can use that to customize a ton of different gameplay stuff.
Now we're giving players the ability to create their own variations, so it's almost infinite number of variations.
As a player, you can get into the Towers of Time and you can start doing a lot of things. They're going to turn over, some are going to be hourly, some are going to be 6 hours, 8 hours a day, some of them a week because they're going to take you a long time to get these. There's going to be a lot of different things to do.
We really try to improve just the multiplayer experience. Players want to be matched up with somebody of comparable skill level.
Everyone's always making progress, right? If you're playing competitively online, win or lose, you're making progress towards something that's going to make you better, more effective, right?
You know, I think the biggest thing we always keep as a theme when we're starting with any of the games is the word fun. The first time you get the like enhanced versions of specials feels awesome to me. And I've been working this for like 15, 18 years in Mortal Kombat. That's still awesome to me when it happens.
This game has a ton of content. An absolute ton of content.
Honeybee ready? Gentlemen, let's get this match started. To the commentators.
Here we go. I am super hyped. Scorpion is the exact character I predicted Hayate would play.
Okay.
It makes perfect sense, because what do you think of Hayate? Crazy showmanship and mobility.
Yeah, excellent footsies as well, and I've already seen some good tools from Scorpion in that.
Yeah, one of the big things about this game is most of the characters use weapons, and they definitely use them well. Like, Scorpion now uses his sword more than he ever has, and he has excellent range. He's kind of been reimagined as a mid-range combatant.
So let's talk a little bit about how the game differs from MKX. What are some things to look for right off the bat?
One of the big things to look out for is the new meter system. There's now 2 stamina bars. There's defensive and offensive. And offense is what you use to do amplify your moves. Defense is what you use to do wake-up attacks or wake-up rolls or our new breakaway mechanic. And we have our first crushing blow. That's another one of the new mechanics.
Okay.
There are certain moves, 5 or 6 per character, where they have different properties. For example, doing the move 3 times in a row, or countering a high attack, or punishing a move, and you will get that X-ray effect, and they do a ton of damage.
Oh man.
Eye-popping damage, mind-blowing damage. And they also can have properties like they can pop you up or restand you. They are significantly better versions of those moves when you get the crushing blow effect.
So that meter, just to be clear, it just comes back on a timer? It's
Correct.
not related to anything else?
There's no longer meter building by doing moves or taking chip damage. It's on a timer. You can almost think of it like a cooldown.
Okay.
And it is a very fast cooldown if you've only used 1 bar, so you definitely should feel welcome to use your amplified moves a lot, but if you have none right now, you can see he would not do this amplified teleport.
Right.
Oh, you can see Baraka jumping that back one. Very smart.
I started to read that teleport, I think, right there. But you can see, is that back 1, I think you told me?
Yes, back 1 is the sword move.
Yeah, incredible button right there.
Yeah, it's... A lot of the characters play their best at that kind of mid-range.
Oh, here we go, let's see.
It's gross.
It was
definitely
gross.
Is so nasty.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about movement in this game. Seems like run is not there.
Run is completely gone. Instead, we really wanted to make walking one of the key things, a very kind of old school 2D fighter feel. You can actually dash, but the dashes don't really go that far, and they have a lot of recovery, so they're mostly used to, like, maybe when you hit a Sub-Zero freeze to get there quickly, or if you want to take the risk because they have a lot of recovery. Walking is really the name of the game, in my opinion. You can cancel a dash with a block or an attack if you want, reminiscent of MK9, but it's not nearly as effective as it was back then, where you would kind of dash block rapidly to get it. You really have to think to get in.
I see.
Which then goes with what I'm saying about the normals having so much range. So the normals have a lot of range at mid-range, and everyone's using their weapons, but the walking is really strong, so you can kind of walk in and out of that range easier.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like already from about this range they can play footsies, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Baraka uses his blades with his back too, and
yeah, that back two overhead is huge. Half screen.
Right. And one of the things we wanted to do is we definitely wanted to bring back the really exciting offense of MKX, but we've looked at the overheads and the lows, and they have a lot more risk-reward factor to them. Like, Baraka does have it's exactly what you said, it's like almost a half-screen overhead, but he's not going to get a combo.
Right, right.
Or Scorpion does have a low that can combo, but his overhead just splats you down.
Okay.
So it's going to be a lot rarer to see, like, the really, really deadly mix-ups.
So we just saw a little short hop out of Scorpion. What's going on there?
Well, short hop is a new mechanic where you tap up, and it will crush any low attack or a throw, and then every character has attacks they can do out of it. They can either do a punch or a kick, and they're universal overheads that will splat you. So, for example, if you predict that Baraka's going to try to throw you, you can do a short hop attack. All in on MK11 Scarlet. I think she looks amazing and plays
that's what
amazing.
I'm talking about. Enough about Scarlet. Let's talk about this dude right here.
So you immediately gravitated toward this character. You should probably tell everyone why, because he's very unique.
There's no doubt about it, yeah. So obviously he's the grappler. By the way, some other characters have that too. It's not just him, but
Baraka
he
also does have a command grab.
He does have a command grab. So Garrus has a really strong command grab that goes really far. Corner carry is excellent. He has some good buttons, and man, some of his there is the command grab, and you see how long he holds you.
It has the unique property where if he's near a wall, he then makes a sand wall and throws you into it.
It does a lot more damage when that happens as well. He has little kind of atrocitus sort of semi-zoning, as you saw right there. He also has some crazy stuff in the variations, and I'm not sure which ones he ended up with here, but he's got some real nutty tools, let me tell you.
He has a rewind time move. He has a move where he can actually remove time from the clock. He is a very unique, he's like a hybrid character of a weird kind of trap character, and then with the command grab.
Yes. Yeah, very, very funky design. But these buttons right now out of Scarlet, the range is incredible.
Scarlet is the footsie's queen, the mid-range queen, in my opinion. She uses blood to conjure weapons, and they all have excellent range.
Oh, hold on here.
Multiple projectiles, and there's the fatal blow.
So when you're down below a certain percentage of life, you get access to the fatal blow.
Yes.
And it is a huge amount of damage, as you can see, round-winning damage.
It is big damage, and they have armor. And armor's not as prevalent as it has been in previous games. You really kind of have to use your mid-range to just avoid stuff. So the fatal blow is going to be one of the best ways to have armor. It is not tied to your stamina bar at all,
right?
Which means you don't have to use your resources. In previous games, you'd have to give up all your resources to do an X-ray attack. Now with Fatal Blow, you're free to use it if you have 30%, which just inherently makes them so much more powerful.
Sure, yeah, you'll get it every game, every round.
The catch is, once it hits, you can't use it again. So one of the meta of the game is going to be decide, do you want to make a comeback in round one, like we just saw? Gur will never have his Fatal Blow again, now that he's used it.
Oh, in the whole game?
In the whole game.
Oh, I thought it was rounds. Wow. That is really big.
So they are absolute game changers that are extremely strong, but you only get the one cash in.
That was his command grab. Same one, it's just at the wall, like Bit was saying, it's a little bit different.
And he can hold the button to throw them even further, like carry them even further.
Oh, now the Fatal Blow's there for Scar.
And that's the crushing blow. That
my God, look at the damage.
So the way that one works is the last hit's an overhead of the string. If you duck block, you get the crushing blow. He also has a low where he does sand trap. So it's a 50-50. If they think you're going to do the low sand move, they duck. And if they get hit by that overhead, they lose 40% of their life because of the crushing.
See, okay.
And we'll see, Gur basically made a crushing blow and a fatal blow comeback right there out of nowhere. They do massive damage.
Yeah, you can really see that. I guess as the opponent, you really got to pay attention.
Combos in general in this game are significantly shorter than they've been in the past, and they do less damage. And they kind of, that damage you would get by doing the cinematic moves.
Yo, did you see that combo this guy already has? What do we say, 2 hours of gameplay so far?
So one of the big things would be to use your crushing blow or your fatal blow to get damage instead of doing combos. That's not to say combos are not still a big part of the game, but they're going to be somewhat less prevalent. Like, there's less moves that combo without using an amplified move, or there's less strings that pop you up. It's going to be more about doing big damage in big chunks.
Okay, here we go. Can you get in there in time? No.
Yeah, and Scarlet, she has like 4 different projectiles, so...
Yeah, and if you're Scarlet,
really
there's not much reason to do anything else. Just holding on to the space right here. But gotta pay attention to that fatal. Oh, okay. Fatal blow was available. Didn't end up coming up.
Scarlet is a good example of how the offense works in this game. Her back 2 is that scythe move that's an overhead, but it does not pop you up, and it is unsafe if blocked.
Okay.
But then her back 3-4, that can pop you up in the corner. So she has a low that can pop you up, but she does not have an overhead.
Oh, he's really found a good tool.
Oh, good jump.
Probably looking for command grab. Didn't come. And Scar right back to the zoning. You can see, look, the frustration is still here. One of the things I really love about MK11 so far is that these characters that you've shown on this character select screen are very different. So you have the credible zoning coming out of Scarlet. From Garrus, you have really cool command grab mix-ups. He's got some other funky stuff as well, like we were talking about. Really good variations. Fatal blow. It's there.
Yes, and then we'll also have characters like Sub-Zero, who has great some of the best offense in this version, which is unique. Sub-Zero, typically you think of him as a very slow defensive character. I really don't think he is in this one.
He's quite different, yeah.
And Sonya's also has really good mix-ups. You know, Gur always had a lot of heart as a player.
Then the command grab characters he traditionally used. So I'm happy to see him back.
Yeah, I was very happy when I went him back there that he immediately had picked Garrus. It really seems good for him. And I'm very hyped to see Scar play Scarlet. One of the fun things about the development of this game, since we didn't reveal it, you know, earlier, was sitting there waiting. I can't wait to see some of these, you know, which pro player is going to play which this character. And I knew Scar was going to lose his mind, because in MK9 he came in late, and he was the best Scarlet in the world at one point. But Injustice came out and he never really got the chance to like get an Evo top 8 or an MLG top 8, even though he was very talented even back then.
So at the beginning of this round, we saw that it said first hit. What does that do for you now without meter in the same way?
There is no more like first hit bonus. You do not get anything because meter recharges on its own, and you always, unlike typically, you do not. You actually start with all 4 of your bars.
Oh dang! The combo out of the wake up. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that could have been cool. He'll get there.
Gur does have his fatal blow. We'll see, though. Now, at this point, though, the round is going to be very hard to win, so it might be wiser to save it unless he gets a few hits in, and then it would kill.
Oh, wow. Just goes for the sweep to seal it. Yeah, I really like the mind game of that, having to think even as the person using the tool if you should use it now or you should save it for the next round or what.
It's definitely one of my favorite things that we've added to the game. Oh, wow.
What's the condition on that?
The condition on that, I believe, is 2 counter hits with that move in a row.
Okay, I was going to ask what counter hits do, but I guess, do they help with that?
Counter hits are typically used in crushing blows, otherwise it just lets you know that you hit a counter hit, but a lot of them are tied to that.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the same when you see punish come up, that it was a guaranteed punish, and a lot of those are crushing blows. Like, for example, that right there, if that had hit as a counter, it would have got the crushing blow.
Got it. Look how long he holds it. Look, see that?
He's holding them like they're a small child.
Yeah, they are compared to that big boy. And right back to a range where he can control things. He's got good buttons. Maybe not in this matchup, but typically it seems like that's true. Okay, here it is.
Excellent use of the fatal blow.
He was about to lose if not.
Right. And that's definitely going to kill. Now again, that means Gur did steal that round, but he will not have it in the final round, and Scar still has his. So that means in the end of game scenario, like right there, Scar will have a huge advantage heading into this final round.
Hoping to see some forward movement from there. Now those I'm not sure what to call it. It's not puddle, that thing. You have to aim that, right? That is not tracking?
It is not tracking. He has close, medium, and very far. And you can see when he amplifies it is when he gets that hourglass, and it's letting you know the other one's going to come out. So you can see what Gur's kind of doing. You put it out there, then do other moves, walk in, walk back, and then it's going to go. And Scar knows you can't get in.
Well, we were talking about whether Gur could make another comeback. It doesn't seem like he needs it right now. It's all on Scar.
Now Scar does have access to the Fatal Blow. Oh. Now it is on a cooldown. He did not lose it since it was blocked, but it's a significant cooldown.
Still available? Woo!
And it just came back. Unfortunately, it's too late.
So then you do have access to it more than once.
If it's blocked or whiffed.
Okay.
Once it actually connects, it's used.
Okay. Wow. Now, we've only seen it come up a couple of times, but talk to me about how throws and throw techs work. Are they the same as in previous Mortal Kombat?
Throws are very reminiscent of MKX and MK9. You use the opposite button to break them. They have a forward and a back one. A lot of crushing blows are actually tied to throw, and the requirement will be if the opponent techs the wrong way, you get the crushing blow, and they do bigly damage. Like Scarlet has one, so her throw can do like 30% if you tech wrong.
Oh, sick, okay.
It's pretty awesome.
So as the defender, almost riskier to try to tech in some situations.
Well, that's exactly it. And you could actually, if you think they're going to throw, do an uppercut, because that would trigger the counter-hitting high attack for the uppercut crushing blow.
Wow, all right.
So it kind of works both ways, actually, of how risky throws can be.
Interesting.
Oh, he had gone for the interactable. You can still amplify interactables to get armor. It's one of the few ways that has armor in the game.
Okay.
However, normally an interactable takes 50% of your defense. If you amplify it to get armor, it takes 50% of offense and defense. Armor across the board is significantly lessened than it was in previous games. A lot of characters only have armor on their Fatal Blow or a handful of moves.
So they're both finding pretty good strings right now and making the opponent block a lot. Is there anything that they could be doing about that?
Yes, one of the new mechanics is flawless block. It's if you block an attack at the last second within just a couple of frames, chip damage is significantly reduced and you actually break out earlier, and it allows you to punish things or recover faster than you normally would.
Okay.
It's a very hard mechanic. It's meant to be kind of, you really have mastered the timing and you really know your opponent well, but it can save your life. Like, if you're about to die by chip damage, it can save you. You also, if you reversal a move in flawless block, you have access to your wake-up attacks. So the up 2 or the up 3 that uses your wake-up attacks, you could do as a reversal. So I'll give you an example.
Oh, after blocking.
Right. Like if you do Sub-Zero slide and I block it, if I flawless block, I can then reversal up 2 and get the pop-up attack.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Like a great example would be Scorpion's Enhanced Teleport is safe on block. However, if I have the timing, if I've mastered, if I have Sonic Fox-like reflexes, I can flawless block the teleport, and I can actually get a punish when normally I cannot.
Okay.
And this is like basically a dead even match. They're both playing their characters pretty impressive for how little time they've had.
Yeah, I feel like they are developing even as we're watching them right now. We're seeing some cooler pressure out of both.
Yeah, they're both mixing up their zoning well, and you pointed out earlier, like they understand their block strings up close.
Okay, wake up attack.
So that was the up 3 one where she doesn't really get significant damage or a knockdown. It's just more of a get off me tool.
And is that safe?
It depends on the character.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sick. Okay.
Oh, and there he went for his temporal advantage move, which is interesting because while it combos, he freezes time, he cannot 2-in-1 into it.
It also takes one of his stamina bars.
It does, right. There are certain moves or cancels that'll take stamina.
So it's not like he needs to enhance it, it just does that.
It just does that, that's why he can't 2-in-1.
God, that was an anti-air, jeez.
And the way that move works is the opponent is frozen and doesn't do a reaction. So obviously, typically an uppercut would knock you away. That won't. And they are both within Fatal Blow. So this is the scramble I'm so excited for in tournaments.
Oh, we saw Scar try it, but it was blocked, and now he's at match point. Gur, patient right there. I like the anti-air. Wow, he teched it.
Scar's getting a big combo. Now there is a wall run interactable here that Gur could use, and Gur has never seen a wall run that he hasn't used. There you go. Gur is definitely probably the interactable master in the scene.
Yeah, known to be one of those.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, armor. The tongue not connecting.
And that tongue is a really, really good move. It has really good recovery. That's my favorite of her zoning tools.
Looking good for Scar. We got Fatal Blow now for Gur, though.
Oh.
He tried.
He tried. The armor does not activate for a few frames.
Okay.
So while it's very good armor and it's a good tool to have, it's not foolproof.
Oh, that might be about it.
Yeah. That's going to be it.
Scar takes it. Well, that's a really good back and forth, and I love seeing the display of footsies from both. I like seeing the different offense, the different timings. Very cool. I'm really excited to find out more about you know, how you trigger.
In MKX and Injustice 2, the end of those games, there's no question he was one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And this is his first opportunity to be top early in a game's life, which is so important. There's, you know, you always want to be good early on and not have that, oh, you know, I came in late. I'm a, as he would say, necro. So he is hungry.
Okay.
Now, on the other hand, we have Dragon. Unquestionably one of the best Injustice 2 players. The dude won EVO.
For sure.
But he took a break. And like it or not, I think Dragon's a great guy and an immensely talented player. If you step away, you step away. You have to hold that. And
That's
now
true.
he's back. So this is a high-pressure situation for both these guys. They have a lot to prove right now.
Now, both of these players have liked to zone in the past, and you might think it's strange to see Baraka for somebody like Tweedy. But actually, that fireball is legit.
It's a mid, and it recovers very fast. Baraka, you know, a lot of people have this idea that he's the savage, that he doesn't know what's... like he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
No, he understands zoning. He's been in 2D fighting games for 25 years now.
That's
and he
true.
has come prepared. Oh!
Wow.
That did hella.
It really did. Yeah, and because that enhanced move is just tied to the stamina bar, you can use that pretty regularly. You don't need meter in a traditional sense for that.
Right, and you can just see there, he does 2 of them, and he's already built half a bar for another one. It's very, very strong.
Yeah.
Now, the nice thing about Scarlet's tongue, though, is she actually gets the knockdown. So if she
Right.
can get the life lead, she definitely has the zoning advantage.
Okay, trading it up, but you know what? Tweedy's got more life.
Right. Oh, good jump in.
Yeah, read it.
Now they're finally up close, and oh, excellent throw tech. You can see Baraka's 4-4 there is big, big range. Oh, chop chop. Chop chop has never been punished ever in 30 years. Everyone just talks about how they punish it, then they don't actually punish it.
You can enhance that twice.
He enhanced it twice for both bars. Now, Dragon just used his Fatal Blow, even though he might lose this round. So that could be an interesting gamble. Now, is Tweedy going to want to use his to close this out, or just try to beat Dragon?
If he can. Well, doesn't even,
He doesn't even need it.
Ooh.
Oh, that is the grossest thing.
That's
if
tough.
you look closely, the skin is wiggling.
Oh, all right. Oh, man.
I like how the brains pull.
So yeah, those fireballs out of Tweedy, that really made a huge difference in the way that first game went.
Yeah, I mean, Tweedy had the life lead pretty much the whole time, and Dragon, oh, and that's speaking of life lead.
Early, look at that damage.
I really like how much Tweedy's been using throws, too. Throws are always great in MK games. And now, smart, Tweedy immediately just goes for the zoning, and Dragon's going to have a hard time because the life lead. Dragon smartly just going in now.
Overhead on the end of that?
Yep.
Fatal Blow's already ready, and Tweedy, yeah, spending twice. He was ready for it, down twos there.
Tweedy. I think this is Tweedy basically saying, you need to go back on your break, man. You need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Is Dragon going to put up with that, or is he going to wake up here?
Caught in the corner. Oh, he kept it going?
He's kept it going. It never ended. Oh. All right, there we go. Dragon's going to get something going. Oh, nope. And now Tweedy's going to go back to zoning Baraka.
Yeah, expected the jump perfectly. This is somebody who's been playing the Fireball and anti-air game for a while.
I mean, and with his Starfire was just amazing.
Yeah.
That was her wheelhouse.
A little bit of harassment, big jump boots, and again, this is all Tweedy. Dragon's in big trouble.
Yeah, you can see Dragon's having a really hard time dealing with that Blade Spark being a mid.
Yeah.
And this is cheap, real fast, and now Dragon's going to have to adjust to that if it's just one more game.
Look, that's how it is when you have been playing the game for 2 hours and you try to decide who's the best.
What? Yeah.
It's not long-term strats. It's what did I find that's wild today?
Today, and Dragon is very good at adapting, very good at... Dragon's not nervous right now. He's thinking, what the hell am I going to do about
looking
this
for
fireball?
solutions on it, yeah, for sure.
The only problem for Dragon is time. Now he's going to have the life lead. Oh, the tongue.
Might try going in a little bit more.
Now we're going to see Tweety's going to have a hard time zoning now because he's so low on life. Well, maybe not for long.
Yeah. Okay, perfect jump timing.
Almost got the combo.
Fatal Blow's ready, though. You see Dragon instantly just blocking a lot. Doesn't want to take a risk on that.
Yeah, very, very smart.
Trying to get back in, Tweety.
Now Chainsaw's in play. Chainsaw interactable. You can use it from full screen and you throw it, or up close and it goes into a crushing blow.
Yeah, I really like this change from Dragon. There's a lot more pressure from him. Is that an overhead? The tongue?
The tongue is not. No, the tongue is a mid. However, it is very, very good on block. It's a great zoning tool.
Awesome hitbox on the spark as it went forward.
I really like Tweety going for the throw because Brock is going to kick her full screen, and now with his lead, he can go back to his wheelhouse here.
This is where he wants to be. Walking up, maybe looking for a jump. Nothing came.
Oh, big punish.
Oh, hey, one question I have. Can you combo out of like crouching non-string buttons?
Like a down one special canceled into a tongue? Yeah. Yes, that will combo.
Okay, okay. Oh my god, he kept it going still.
And Tweety's on set point here. He's
after his
snack. It's kind of rude of him to litter. This is the Fight Club here.
They're getting some space. But, you know, I often think the Dragon wants that space. It's just that in this matchup, it hasn't been working out.
Right. Yeah, I think Dragon definitely seemed to have focused on zoning with Scarlet and has been caught off guard by how good Baraka's zoning is.
Exactly, yeah.
Behind it or mix up the speed.
Man, something about the hand at the start of that thing. Oh my god, the hand part's the worst.
It's absolutely gruesome. It just makes it so real that you're like, wait, stop.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow, okay, out of the air.
Dragon has Fatal Blow. We'll see if he wants to go for it. Oh, he tried to punish it and got caught up.
Is it going to do enough? It's not. But very close. Any anti-air? He waited.
Oh, he had it. He had it. Oh, Dragon's panicking.
Oh, jump was perfect.
And Dragon is still alive.
Oh, let him see it. Yeah, let him see it. There it is.
That could not have been closer for Dragon. And that, we were just talking about adaptation. All he's got to do is 2 more games like this.
Yeah, there was definitely more offense. So like we said, these are 2 of the best in the world, and they're gonna
and they're both just going in.
Is that a crushing blow, or is it just animated to zoom in?
That is a crushing blow.
Okay.
That is if she does the move as a punish or a counter, she'll get it.
Okay. I see, yeah, not an overhead, but just super useful in space control.
There's also a very far version, a low, close, medium, and far, so it's great.
Okay.
It's also great to end block screens. She's pushed back so far. Oh,
it hits?
That is actually an overhead.
Oh, it is? Wow.
Yeah.
Ah, it's still in there. Oh my god. Her hand is still attached.
I absolutely love the flag part. My favorite thing about the flag, if you can listen, is there's a war drum or a war horn every time he puts it down.
Yeah.
I like to imagine he has a Tarkatan like war band, got like a hype man right in the foreground. That's like Mad Max Fury Road. That dude that's just playing guitar, like that's his job. Baraka has one of those guys. One of his variation moves he can choose, he actually has different flag moves, like you can plant it or actually hit it with you, and you could see that in Ed's gameplay breakdown earlier.
Yeah, I was trying that out. That gives extra damage onto buttons if he's near the flag.
You can really radically change your character with the variation system. There are all kind of wacky moves, like...
Oh, you mentioned it earlier, but Baraka also has a command grab variation.
Yes, Baraka has a mid-screen command grab where he actually jumps and leaps at you. If he can choose to equip that if he wants. Scarlet has several different debuff and buff moves. She can make it rain blood from the sky, and if she's standing in it, she gets a damage boost. There's all kind of variation moves you can choose from.
There you go. Oh, come on, man. Okay.
And Tweety's gonna take it. It was a pretty close set towards the end.
It was, and like we were talking about, we did start to see some adaptation, but it just wasn't enough. Okay, I think she's dead, yeah.
Menu options to customize your play, including release check, alternate control, and other options that you'll be familiar with from other NetherRealm titles. Sonya Blade looks to be the selection from Sonic Fox. And Raiden from Rewind. Rewind, are you ready? He's ready. Sonic Fox is ready. Let's get this final match started. To the commentators.
David, I have a scorching hot take.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Okay.
And this may be bold, and I might get blown up for it, but I'm going to do it because I'm about hot takes.
Okay.
You are a student of the history of fighting games, correct? Here's my statement. I want your answer.
Okay.
Sonic Fox is the most talented player to ever pick up a pad over Tokido and Daigo. Raw, I'm not saying length of time playing, results, just raw talent.
Look, give me a few more years. Give me a few more years, and I'll let you know the answer to that. But right now, yeah, he's on the very, very short list of all time. Absolutely already on that list.
That said, if there is anyone that can beat this guy in another Realm game, it is his close friend Rewind.
Yeah, they play a lot, for sure.
These guys play constantly.
Yeah. They were the grand finals of the Injustice 2 Pro Series grand finals.
Now, Rewind playing Raiden is actually no surprise. That's who he played in MKX, and he wasn't as well known. He really blew up in Injustice 2, but MKX has had a resurgence. He's been bodying people with Displacer Raiden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this character seems a little bit different. It seems maybe a little bit more like Zoning and Footsie's character.
I would definitely describe him as a Zoning or like Footsie character for sure.
Yo, this man is already pressing buttons between strings. For real, he just did that.
And this actually might kill.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
Very, very close. Now, Rewind is nutty enough to go for his crushing blow. Oh, wow! And there you see.
That was fast.
Now, that lightning move, he has a close, medium, and far version of that.
Okay.
He also has excellent range with his normals.
Yeah, even from this range, he can attack.
Yeah, he uses his staff in a lot of normals, and his punches and kicks have really good. His back one, too. Oh.
Wow. Was that maybe a wrong throw tech? Is that why there was a crushing blow? Okay. That makes sense. Okay, got it correctly that time.
Now, Sonya is a good pick for Sonic Fox. She, unlike a lot of characters, she doesn't use a weapon, so her range is some of the shortest in this version of the game, but she makes up for it with really, really good mix-ups. She has like a very long move list, and she has a lot of overhead and low mix-ups. They're all unsafe, but she makes you guess constantly. Like, her back 1-2 there, the second hits an overhead, and then she has a low to complement it, so she's very much a high-risk, high-reward mix-up character, and Sonic's so good at predicting how you're going to block and mixing you up. It's a great character for him.
That definitely makes sense to me.
Unfortunately for Sonic, he's having a lot of trouble actually getting going because Raiden is so good in the mid-range. Raiden is also a character where the custom character variation really sets him apart. He has his classic moves you'd expect to teleport the staff into the ground and it's planted, and then he can do his lightning moves to bounce off of it. A lot of kind of trap or setup moves if he chooses to use those.
Now, at the end of the last round when he was going for the chip-out kill, was there anything that Sonic could have done? Is there like a push block, or is there anything in that sense?
There's the flawless block where chip is dramatically reduced and you get a reversal. So that's kind of how you would want to push block in this game. And so it's very high skill survivability.
If you block one hit of a string and the next hit of the string, do you have to continue to input the...
You do not. You can hold block and you'll still get the reduced chip thing. So if you're good enough to get it going, you can survive stuff you'd normally be killed by.
What if you block the first hit of a string regularly? Can you then do the special timing block for the second hit of it?
It depends on how big the gap is in the string.
Okay.
I can't remember off the top of my head what the frame,
Okay,
the nerds can look into that minutia later.
For sure.
But yeah, there will be scenarios where there's enough of a gap and you can flawless block the second hit and then punish it.
But not on a tight string.
Right.
It's a pretty slow chase down for Sonic Fox, as you can see. I mean, those buttons out of Raiden are big.
Right.
Yeah, very fast forward movement.
Now, Sonic Fox has figured out, though, her onion rings are actually really, really, really good in this game. They recover really... It's kind of like Baraka, where they're surprisingly... You normally wouldn't think of her onion rings as being super, super strong, but they are great in this.
Okay. And we saw briefly, I don't know if we've seen it actually connect, but Raiden has a huge anti-air, gigantic forward range on that.
That shot's so good.
Oh, man.
Now, this really shows the Fatal Blow mechanic here because he has now made this comeback, but Sonic is now inflated Fatal Blow territory.
Right.
And she has an overhead and a low that can link into it, so Rewind could be in a ton of trouble if Sonic gets in. And Sonic got in. He might go for it.
Keeping it safe,
No,
looks
he's just
like.
going for the pressure. Oh, there
he was. Was that a low? Yeah.
That was a low, yeah. Yeah, Sonic's doing a really good job just kind of getting to mid-range, then blocking. Oh, big jump in.
Target down.
Okay, let's
Now
see what he
let's see how
got.
Rewind tries to get out of the corner.
Dang, look at the damage
Oh,
already.
the short hop! It's so impressive that these guys, I mean, these guys are Evo champions. They are already using a mechanic like that.
Did you make combat out of the rings?
Oh.
Okay, but Rewind can't afford that right now. He's
Yeah.
too low on life.
And Rewind's just one, basically throw or low, even in chip damage
It was a
territory.
punish. Even okay. Okay, there he goes.
Calling in air support.
Oh. My favorite detail here is the intestine attached to the blade. So you could definitely use that if you're really getting zoned out to block one perfectly. And obviously it'll be easier to flawless block a projectile since you see it's coming.
Going back to the zoning game, again, we've seen a lot of this coming out of Raiden.
And, I just saw you asked for questions on Twitter and someone asked, are there brutalities?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. That's something I would ask players here. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know the answer to that.
They were definitely a cool feature in MKX. I hope they're back.
Okay. Okay. Some pressure now from Sonic Fox as he moves forward.
Yeah, and Sonic Fox is definitely adjusted here after that first game. Oh, that mace is in play, though. Let's see
Oh,
if
the
he gets a
interactable mace.
And remember, you can amplify an interactable to get armor. It's one of the few ways you can get armor in this game, so it's pretty useful.
Okay.
Oh, that crushing blow is probably killed.
What was that?
I believe that one is if you block the first, try to flawless block the second, and you fail. I believe.
Dude, wow, okay. That gets pretty involved,
Don't
huh?
like mortgage your house on that, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that did like a ton of damage.
But that's a super sick condition. So you have an incentive to not try, I guess. Very cool. If you're not exact with your timing.
Oh, good anti-air with the uppercut. Uppercuts are like really good in this game.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of characters have great hitboxes on it. That was the beginning of Superman right there, which you can cancel actually.
Yes, you can actually delay the Superman. He kind of levitates, or you can cancel it. Now, you can't cancel it forever because it takes some of your stamina, but it's a pretty good fake out.
For sure, yeah.
Now,
Rewind looking all right.
Sonic could steal this with Fatal Blow if he wants. Oh, nope.
That was an anti-air? That anti-airs?
Oh, that move just shuts you down. Like, you're not
Wow,
moving.
you can't jump through. So I thought that the hitbox was at the bottom of the screen, but it's the actual lightning?
Now, Raiden, it's not tracking. Raiden has to know close, medium, or far, but yeah, that's definitely a do not move, sir.
Wow.
And Sonic is really making hay with those rings. Oh, great tech.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are already teching each other's throws and playing patient in the mid-range.
Yeah, I really like watching Sonic just sort of move forward inexorably. It's not super fast each time, but you can see him consistently doing it.
What are these two friends going to do when they're not playing this game every day until April? Like, this flight is going to be such an emo flight for them because you know they're going to be hyped to play all day long.
Ready for the tech and had the right angle on it.
Oh, there you saw the amplified spear with the armor.
Oh, that's a good damage. All he needs is chip.
Sonic could easily...
Oh,
that
hold
could
on.
be a critical mistake. And Sonic's going to cash in that fatal blow.
Well, why not? If he takes one more hit of chip, he's done.
Yeah. Wait, that even might just kill.
No.
Almost.
Oh, okay, rewind out of there.
I forgot about the teleport.
Okay.
This is the classic Sonic Fox rewind set.
Yeah. Rewind didn't forget about the teleport. He was ready with that. Instead of...
We'd have to look. I'm guessing he still would have died. I don't remember exactly how much he had.
So that doesn't avoid chip death or
It doesn't avoid it completely or chip death, but it does do significantly less.
Okay.
It really does matter. I just don't remember that. Like, I have to see that again.
Okay, sure.
Wow, they're both at even life. Very good use of Raiden's teleport, which I absolutely love the animation. The way he turns around into it is super cool. I was going to say Rewind's hanging around by that mace knowing an amplify, but then he teleported away.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's probably it. Nope, chooses not. Sonic chooses not to use the fatal blow there.
That's right, he could have done it, huh? I guess maybe he wants to save it for the next game if he has a life.
He must be confident he's going to win this round anyway, so we'll see if he does.
What a cool decision you have to make.
Yeah, it's very, very cool meta.
And he did, so he was right. He was right. So now if he's in a bad spot, or if he could just seal the game,
he'll still have it.
He will do that.
And since Rewind used it, but it was blocked, he'll have it again. It only catches out if it actually hits.
Got it.
Very good zoning from these two.
Do you know if that's advantage, that big moving forward kind of red punch? I don't know what button
I honestly don't remember.
Okay. Again, that slow. Oh, that's the anti-air I was talking about. Oh my God, the range on it is absurd.
The lightning bolt is the hitbox, so yeah, you can even hit jump back. So Raiden is so good on the ground, and he can really mess you up for trying to jump.
He seems really strong.
Yeah, I think Raiden. I think this is the strongest iteration in many games, in my opinion. He's great.
Cool.
I also really love personally how tall and huge he is.
Yeah, he's cool looking for sure.
Like, this is in the MK1 lore, it actually is mentioned that he was extremely tall, and I don't think we've ever really shown how big he is. He is a big god.
Oh, you did go for the low, and
Sonic's got it.
All right, ties it up 2-2. Going down to the end.
There's just no doubt there's going to be a hug. And I think Sonic Fox actually has a cold, so he'll transfer that with the hug.
Okay.
Rewind. They could be sick together while tweeting about how sick and OD the game is.
Really strong harassment by Sonic Fox, but now into the corner. Oh, was it a counter?
Great counter, yeah. That is her custom variation move that she has on this loadout. She has a high counter and a low counter.
Wow, that damage was wild at the end right there. So it's match point for Sonic Fox.
Let's see if Rewind chooses to zone it. Oh, teleports out the corner. Very smart. Oh, great anti-air. That was an MK9 style anti-air. That was good.
That didn't seem like a cancel either. That just looked like a link.
Sonic's in a lot of trouble. Is Sonic going to lose his first set? Is Sonic going to start his 11th career?
Ooh, the jam! Oh my God, it killed!
All right, here we go. Last round. We'll see if Sonic can clutch this out with a K.
Yeah, there he goes. The confirm from Rewind. He's got the corner.
Oh, that'll be a combo. You can actually mash two to keep that going, but Sonic's not doing it. He may want the restand, or he just doesn't know because it's early.
That is so good. That angle that thing takes.
Sonic just inching his way in. Rewind doing a great job with the zoning.
Maybe a little panic on the teleport though. Confirm properly. And back to trying for the zoning game. The Sonic Fox is a big threat.
Oh, whoa, wow, that was a precarious jump. All right, we're gonna end it with some brawling here.
Fatal Bowl's there. That was just enough life to get it too. Great situation right now in terms of that resource for Rewind.
That was a very risky break.
Yeah, he was certain though.
You know Rewind wants to hit that trigger because it will kill at this point probably.
He might not.
But, he might not get the opportunity.
There still is the breakout. I don't know that we've even talked about that.
No,
it doesn't come up.
Didn't come out in time. It was just a few frames away from beat. Sonic Fox literally probably 3 frames or so from losing this exhibition. Well, that was a great set. That's exactly what you want from these two guys. That was super close. Here's a hot take for you. We're gonna see, other than that move, I think he actually has a lot of zoning moves in this. He has multiple different projectiles he can use. He's very, very different. And I think he's very cool. I've always liked Sub-Zero, and I love playing him in this game.
I feel like I've rarely been interested in him, but I really like some of the changes in him. More of a projectile character. It's cool. So Tweety, of course, going back to the Baraka.
It makes a lot of sense. He did really, really well. Now this is
Oh, that was because was she going for a throw?
She was going for either a jab or a throw.
Okay,
right?
so because that was an uppercut to beat a high attack.
Yep, you get the
crushing blow.
And usually with an uppercut, you just get a knockdown. Off the crushing blow, you get a full combo. So, you know, I said earlier that combos aren't as extensive as they used to be. Using that crushing blow, you're actually going to get like 40, even up to 50% if you use the crushing blow.
Wow, okay.
But once per game, so you got to really make it count.
Tried to get the second one. I think maybe if he hadn't enhanced that, he might have been able to recover in time, but took the risk.
Sonic going for the restand. And so far, we haven't seen a lot of zoning. They're just going ham. They're just going in.
Yeah, even Tweety hasn't really been zoning. He hasn't had that many chances. We'll see
This
if that
corner of the
comes up.
stage actually has 2 different interactables.
Oh, wake up forward roll. How about that? Okay, so as an escape, not just a defensive sort of moving backwards tool, but to get out of the corner.
To get out of the corner, right. Yeah, I think the wake up roll is very, very strong.
And as you were saying before, that's invincible to hits, but can be grabbed.
It can be grabbed, yes. And that includes command grabs. Like Baraka's command grab actually beats it, and that is the crushing blow requirement.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys are like on each other like glue, like they're the opposite of zoning.
Right. Okay, yeah, there's the wake up. Getting a little juggle out of it. Fatal blow's ready. Sonic Fox mentioned he thought that. Okay!
That's it.
Wow. As an anti-air juggle from across the screen, all that damage. That is crazy. So much.
Did Sonic mention that crushing, or sorry, Fatal Blow doesn't have armor?
That's what he said.
Correct.
Okay.
It's that the armor doesn't start up immediately.
Okay.
You have to wait a little bit. But he is right that they're very, very fast. The N2 attacks that lead to a Fatal Blow are very, very strong.
You can see it looks like Tweety's trying to find some ways to back up, get back, start the zoning again.
Right.
It's been hard for him.
Oh, good preemptive jump attack. That's Injustice fundamentals right there. And I love that Baraka has the classic MK2 drop kick.
Yeah.
That's exactly that Randy Orton, Bob Holly drop kick.
But jump attacks do work a little bit differently. For example, neutral jump punches don't launch in the way that they've done in the last couple of games.
Yes, they now are the same. Scorpion actually has a variation move he can equip that gives him the old school like volleyball bounce thing if he wants. Oh, it didn't kill.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sonic knew it. Sonic knew it.
Very good blocks from Sonic.
Really could have used a flawless block, I guess. As he's caught in the corner.
Tweety can actually wall run off that dirty mattress. Nope, he's not going to have to. I like it, rolls away.
Man, this is relentless right now. Sonic Fox is making everything happen. Okay, yep. Didn't expect the second hit. Oh, it's just the kick though, so no bigger combo out of it.
Now we see the zoning. Now Tweety's doing exactly what he wanted to do, and Sonic's going to be in a lot of trouble.
For sure.
Her range isn't the best, so she's going to have to either do her projectile back or kind of inch her way in.
Well, here we go.
She's got a knockdown.
Out of there.
Very smart of Tweety. Again, Injustice fundamentals there, using that wall run to get out of dodge.
Chip! No! Oh, he tried to go in!
I said it an hour ago. No one has ever punished Chop Chop ever in 30 years.
Well, you can keep it up. It's tricky.
It is. You see, everyone says, "Oh, Chop Chop's it's a bad. Just punish it. It's bad," and then no one does. Oh wow! Great scoop. That Baraka back forward 2 move is so quick. It's punishable, but that scoop is very, very fast. That's kind of like his MK9 blade charge, but significantly better.
Man, that jump kick has really been causing Sonic Fox problems. You see him trying to anti-air it a couple of times. They've both failed.
Oh, wow. Excellent whip punish from Sonic. He goes for the restand and goes for another mix-up. Both are in Fatal Blow. Here he's scramble.
Tried it, but again, because it was blocked, he still has it again.
Yes, he will have it on a cool. You'll see when it comes out, and that's it.
Never
now
mind.
It's back. Not that it matters, but Sonic's going to be up 2-0. Very close games, though. Tweety's holding his own.
Oh, yeah.
I think Tweety needs to call in air support and get Starfire in here.